So today we want to talk about the disadvantages of dating a married man. But before we go into the disadvantages, I want to talk about the benefits of dating a married man. My dear, there are benefits. And people won't do it. If there are no benefits, people won't even involve themselves. There are benefits. One of them is that high self-esteem. Sometimes the lady feels like, oh, I'm special. If I'm not special, he wouldn't leave his wife for me and other things. Financial stability is hot. If you are dating someone's husband and you are not financially stable, I don't know why you are in that relationship. You are dating someone's husband. The person is living in a one room with his wife. And he decided to still date him. Some of you even have to give the man money. Then why are you in that relationship in the first place? You are dating someone's husband. And the one thing that the men also fail to understand is that most ladies, those ladies, they are with you because of the money they are getting. Aside that, I don't know why anybody would decide to date someone's husband. So financial stability is hot. And then it also helps you to put yourself first. You are your number one priority because he will not be there for you every day or every time. So the things that you want to do with yourself, with your time, with your whatever, you can do it on your own terms when you want to. And then it is always discreet. So you don't really tell people you are in a relationship or something. You don't really show off your relationship. And so sometimes it helps you to do other things, as I said. But the disadvantages, my dear, are more than the advantages. So if you're interested, kindly stick with me. I'll be right back. So, my dear, once a cheat, always a cheat. If that man has been able to cheat on his wife with you, what's true that he won't do it again? Even if finally he decides to marry you as a second wife, he will still cheat. I know men who said, oh, I don't want to cheat. That is why I want to marry a second wife. He married a second wife and he still cheated. Even if he doesn't marry you as a second wife, when he see another lady that he thinks is more beautiful, that he thinks is more respectful, that he will still go in for that lady. So please, once a cheat, always a cheat. Then dating a married man also makes you feel less valuable. It's like you are the second choice. It's like you can never be the first choice. It's like you are just a supplement. You know, after he has done everything with his wife, his family, and other things, you are an afterthought. I'm sorry, but that is it. He can't also be there for you even if he wants to. My wife is here, don't call. I'm in the house, so don't call. My wife is calling, so don't talk. My wife, when you need him most in the night, sometimes you are sick. You want to call your man to come and take you to the hospital. He's with his wife. He cannot come. And you can't do anything about it. And then, my dear, even if he says he will divorce his wife, it rarely happens. Married men who have affairs are basically famous for telling their mistress they'll break up with their wife. I'm not even sleeping with her. She doesn't respect me. She's sleeping in a different room. I will divorce her for you before you realize she's pregnant. Someone that he's not sleeping with her. They are full of lies. So what happens much frequently is that worst case scenario, you graduate from being a side chick to a baby mama. My dear, he will not. It rarely happens. And even if it does, even if he leaves his wife to come and marry you, it means that he would also have a side chick in addition to you. I'm sorry, but this is a very bitter truth. And then another disadvantage is that you are risking destroying someone else's marriage and family. The time that he needs to be with his wife is with you.
And I'm not the one who told him to come and propose to me. And I'm not the one who told him to come to me. He decided to come to me. And so if you're not able to hold up your husband and then he comes to me, I'll accept it.
I know, I understand. Don't worry. But please, you have to be worried because you might be the reason for another woman to be crying. They might have their own problems even before he met you. But your presence in that man's life is going to fund that problem in that marriage. And so don't be the cause. And you can completely ruin your reputation. You know, in this country, Ghana, there is a public law. Just recently, this lady took his sugar daddy to the court that the man promised her a lot of things and the man refused to do that. And so she took him to the court. Now, the lady's lawyers did a very good job defending her. But what the court said was that we have a public policy that frowns on dating someone's husband. And so, no matter how you try to convince yourself That public policy is there. And so when people see that you are dating someone's husband, it ruins your reputation. You might be a good person, you might be a very kind, loyal lady, but because of that tag on you, side chick, my dear, there are maybe doors that would have opened for you, opportunities that would have been there for you. But because of that, you ruin your reputation. Believe you me. Then, if you're already giving him what he wants, my dear, he won't comment. Because the things that he's not getting from his wife, you are giving him. That is if he's not even getting in the first place. When he comes, you give him free sex. He gives you money, you give him sex. You give him attention. So what else? Like what will make him commit? If to him he's not finding happiness at home, you are giving him that happiness outside. So he's eating his cake and he's having it at the same time. And so he will not commit to you. I don't know the promises that he has given you, but the probability that he'll commit to you is 0.05%. And then, my dear, you stand a greater risk of becoming seriously depressed when you want to be with a man that you love and you can't be with him, when you have to sneak and be with him, when he has to sneak and be with you, when you are not. Charlie, my dear, the stress alone, when you so miss him, you want to talk to him, and then, please, my name is here. He can't even pick your calls when he's home. And it leaves you depressed, and then you'll be trapped in a cone of silence about who you can tell. There were a lot of things going on in that relationship. You want to tell someone, but you cannot because you are scared that people will tag you. You are keeping it a secret, so you don't want people to know. So you cannot talk about it. And some of all these things leave you depressed. You cannot even go on a normal date outside on in public because you don't want people to see you together, and you are having a lot of lonely and isolated days. My dear, do you think it is worth the stress? Days that you want to be with a man of your life and then you are so lonely. Oh God. And then one thing is that if he's lying to his wife, what shows that he's not lying to you? If he's coming to you and he tells his wife, I'm in the office. If he's in your room and he tells his wife, I'm in the traffic. If he's lying to the woman that he married, what shows that he's not lying to you? Of course, he will present to you a lot of good reasons for this affair. He will try to convince you enough for you to be able to convince yourself that there is nothing wrong with what you are doing. You try to validate yourself that there is nothing wrong with what you are doing. But believe you me, you see that man, most of the things that he's telling you are lies. And then one thing is that you won't also be get the chance to meet the people that are closer to him. Maybe his friends who are also having extramarital affairs, fine, but his family, his no, you can't. When there's an event in his family, you can't go. Even if you go, you'll be hiding. You can't introduce yourself. You can't be in the open. Another thing is that you can't count on a married man if you have sudden crisis. As I said, maybe in the night you are sick. You need him to take you to the hospital. You are involved in an accident. There is something serious, a sudden crisis that you need your man to come through for you. You can't count on him. You can't because he's going to give you all this. I'm with my family. I can't come out. It's late. I don't. No, you can't. And then one thing is that whatever you do, you try to be paranoid because you're afraid of being caught. And so you that is when you have to put your chat in disappearing messages. You don't want other people to see. Hey, right. And then your life will be full of lies. Like you will be lying to your friends, you'll be lying to your family, you'll be lying to the people around you because you don't want them to see that you are going out with someone's husband. One major thing that is always a concern to me is that you miss out on meeting someone who is solely for you. So that time that you are seriously being with that married man, you are missing out if a single guy wants to be with you, if you can have an exclusive relationship. You are holding something. Most people say some married men will tell the ladies, hey, don't worry, if you find someone who will marry you, tell me and I'll leave you. But which guy will come into your life knowing that you are with another person and you tell the guy, I'm with this man. So you wait, let me break up with him and then come back to you and then you marry me. Like, does it make sense to you? Which guy will do that? Worst case scenario, the guy who is even coming will use you. I did a story here. A lady came to me with her story. She was dating someone's husband. The man was providing everything for her. And she made her boyfriend know that I am dating this man. No, actually, when the man was coming into her life, she made him know that I am dating this man. And so the guy also took that as an advantage. Tell him to give you this, tell him to give you that. And then it got to a point the guy said, tell him to give you money so that he give it to me to travel outside the country. That is where the lady came to her senses that no, this guy is using me. And so she came to me and said, my dear, if he goes, that is it. He has forgotten about you. And then dating a married man in your past can haunt your present. So, for instance, you dated a married man long ago, and now you get married, and your husband also starts cheating, and you are like, "Is it because I dated someone's husband? Is it because, my dear, believe you me, that is in an emotional stress that you don't want to get yourself into. So please, I know that you are with him because of the money. You feel that you don't have any option and all those things, but I believe you have an option. I really believe you have an option. Please think through all this and make a decision for yourself. Next time, when a married man approaches you, my dear, sit down and then go through this and then decide whether this is something you want to get yourself into or not. Thank you so much for watching this video today. If you have any question, please put in the comment section for me. If you don't want to put in the comment section, don't hesitate to send me a DM on either IG, Facebook, or TikTok, and I'll definitely respond. Thank you once again. I'll definitely see you in the next video. Namenka.